An extremely important part of the equation. Probably the most important piece of equipment on the boat. That's what keeps us afloat. Oh, heading under the water. Personal flotation device. It's a personal flotation device for floating personally. Got a little bit of wind today. Good. Sure. Do you have your life vest on over your... Oh no, okay. I got your fishing poles. He's too big to need my help.
In the water. Why are you in the water?
Trolling motor out. Oh, we got a sleeping kid on the deck. We've only been out like 10 minutes. Leave him alone. Oh!
You just broke
Well, that's an inconvenient day.
How are you doing?
Like that. You gotta always know how to work. Make things work when they don't want to work. All right, let's get the garment on. Let's get rigged up for some fishing.
I'm already rigged.
Oh, here, put this in the Yeti box. This crazy rig right here catches bass. They love it. A little spinnerbait, a little fat Albert chartreuse trailer. They seem to like it. All right, I can't stand it. Oh, that ain't bad. I can actually loosen up my tension just a little bit. Oh, hey, look, the wind's taking us exactly where I want to go. And I don't even have to use the trolling motor. We're going green. We're on wind power right now. That's what I'm talking about. See this ridiculous line? It's bright green. Now, the thing is about this ridiculous line is people say the bass won't bite on it. And those people are wrong, because they will. But where this high-vis line shines the most, no pun intended, when you're fishing with kids, you can see where everyone's lines are at. And there's no casting over people and getting tangled up and all that jazz. Why are you casting right into the boat? We're not gonna catch fish right on the boat, little girl. Well, who knows? Maybe she's onto something. Maybe she knows something we don't know. And that's our problem. We've been casting too far out. And what we need to do is cast right at the boat. Just hit the boat. All the fish are just hanging out right on the boat. Oh, hey, look, actually just see some shad jumping right there. Let's see if we can get them. Well, get whatever's chasing them. I don't care much for eating shad, but I will say I do like to eat me some spotted bass. What are we in, 7 feet of water? Yeah, yeah. I'd also like to point out that this line is like 80-pound test, which is absurd. But it seems here lately, the only thing that I can find high-vis green braid in is 80-pound test. And I've actually grown accustomed to it. I tried casting on some 50-pound braid the other day, and I didn't care for it. Didn't care for it one bit. Kept tangling. I was tangling every cast. Now it just could be that I'm, you know, not proficient with my bait caster because I've been using this 80-pound test, which is like boat rope. I mean, I could literally tie this boat off with this fishing line and not be worried that it's gonna go away on me. Are you still taking a nap? Yeah, we're still taking a nap down there. All right, let's get our cast on. Right up in there. We actually should have cast a little bit further into the shadows of that tree. See, last weekend I actually had a white bass hit on this spinnerbait. He's a real aggressive little guy. Real aggressive little guy. But that could have been a fluke. Maybe they're being lazy, I don't know. Or that could just be what they're going after right now. Bass are so finicky. They change their mood all the time. It's like, oh, pre-spawn, spawn, post-spawn. It's like, just pick something already. Have you even at least gotten any bites, little girl? No bites? All right. Well, we only just started, so. What do you got? You gonna cast?
Start using plastics?
Good. Check over your shoulder and make sure. Plastics? Man, I mean, we could. You don't all have to be rigged up the same way that I am. I mean, Noah's rigged up on a
lizard that has no tail.
On a lizard, a tailless lizard. It's nice. Oh, I got the nibblies. Yeah, I think I might be running my lure a little too aggressive though. Let me slow my presentation down and see if he'll take the bait. Or she. I'm an equal opportunity fisher. Either I got the nibblies or I found a nice little log. I mean, we would be on shore right now if the lake was at normal levels. That looks like a nice spot. I think that's Bass City. It's at least Bass Town. It's not casted directly into the log. How's that sound? Just gonna throw everything we got at them. I got a spinnerbait rigged up with a Fat Albert trailer. Noah's got a crazy lizard.
No tail.
Riley's got a little power worm. Matthew's being lazy and not contributing to the fishing at all. He's just sitting there watching. Eli's laying there sleeping. Oh, we're getting real close to the shore. Oh, shoreline, here we come. Fortunately, this is a pretty...
1 feet deep right here.
Yeah, why are you so astounded? This is a steep shoreline. Should rig up my other pole, what I was saying, with a plastic on it, a weightless plastic of some kind. That way I can switch betwixt the two. Is that where the water temperature? Yeah, I guess 75-degree water temp. I don't know why it felt so cold whenever I stepped in the water to launch the boat. It felt cold.
You just need to get used to it.
Ah, I don't know. Woo! I just touched the pole with my back cast. I'm not used to this pole. This is a new pole to me. It's about 4 or 5 inches longer than my go-to ugly stick. But I like this pole. It's called, I don't know why it's called an ugly stick, but it is. I mean, it's not that ugly. I wasn't there in the marketing meeting whenever they decided to, at Shakespeare, when they're like, hey, what do we call this new fishing rod? I'm glad you weren't there, because you would have called it a lazy stick. That's what Matthew thought it was called. He thought it was called a lazy stick. Let's roll. I'm gonna go pick up David. Okay, that's right. I probably ought to have fixed this before. Let's fix this. Matthew, hand me that ripcord there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that might be good enough for government work. No,
It is not.
that is not. Well, I mean, it's good enough for government work, but certainly not for my standards. Because if you're the government, you know, you just put a patch on something even if it doesn't work, and then have someone else, then eventually you have to privatize it to get it to actually work. Right there. Nope.
It is not.
It is not. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to manually release it here. Take a look at this. See how this, okay. Ah, I see it, I see it. All right, I'm being a doofus is what it is. Just have to pull this out. There we go. Up there. It's just that guy. So we'll fix that at a later date when we're not on the water and we have access to all my tools. That would be ideal. Okay, fire up the main rig. So let's cast this reel for the first time. I've had this reel set up, but he's got the old reel. So I don't even know if this is set right. I gotta reset it. Oh, that's a good tension right there. Just a little bit tighter. That should be good. Let's see. How does she do? Oh, immediately stuck. Let's tighten that a little bit. Oh, look at you casting. Oh, hey, magnetic brake. I usually set it to about 7 on a weightless plastic. There we go. That's more like it. Except now the wind is really pushing us into this shore here. Let's push us out with the use of this trolling motor. Look at this kid, just flipping his thing all around. What is he doing? I still have confidence that right now they'll bite on a spinning rig. I just wanted to check out my new reel, get it set up so that it's ready to cast at a moment's notice. Hey, do you realize we're turning around here? Look at this. This boat dock's got like vegetation growing on it. Doesn't look like it's been used in a while. Maybe it's in disrepair. I've never paid much attention to be over here. There's David up there in that minivan, in his dad van. I don't drive minivans. I don't believe in them.
I don't ever want to.
They're myths. There's the local ducks. They always come out whenever they see a boat heading to the dock. They're looking for food. I didn't bring any duck food with me today. We got. Sorry, quackers. David's taking forever. He only has 2 kids to get ready. I had 4 kids and a boat loaded up and everything in like half the time that it's taken him to get. It doesn't even look like he's got a kid out of the van. Let's see what this abandoned boat dock yields. I bet you there's fish in here. I mean, there's got to be. That's a private dock for sail club members only. Looks like it's for nobody only.
Oh, it says 2008.
2008, you mean 2018?
It's 2018.
Yeah, there's a 1 there. He's homeschooled. No, it says private. We can't park over here. It says private boat dock, sail club member. Are you a member of the sail club? I'm not. I know that much. Is he still? Oh, I don't even.
He just got 18 now.
He's got a kid out. 50% done. This wind's gonna park our boat right in one of these wet slips. Oh yeah, that's how you catch them. That's how you get.
Like it's falling from the
Yeah, that was intentional, is what that was. We got it, because it's unnatural for this spinning creature to just fall out of the sky. So if the fish see it fall from the roof, they're like, "Oh, this is a roof creature."
It's like a bug of some sort.
Yeah. You just throw it right out of the sky. They're like, "Well, this thing's flying. What's it doing swimming in the water?" But you do it that's a method right there. You just toss it right onto a roof and then let it slide down. Well, Eli has managed to sufficiently tangle himself up. How did you do that, son? You've been awake and casting immediately. You're immediately getting stuck. Matthew, help him out there. He's all wrapped up on Noah's pole while the kids are untangling things. See, that's the method right there. That's what you do. You get it right up on the roof and then you slide it down. See?
It looks like it's a bug.
Yeah, and now the bass are like, "Oh yeah, that's more realistic. It can't just fall out of the sky. It's got to fall from the roof." That's the ticket right there. As I'm saying that, not getting a single bite.
Elijah again?
Already? Again? Your second cast? You doing the same thing? Goodness.
Got to cast.
That's Eli for you. He is far more interested in bugs than he is fishing. Butterfly just hit my fishing pole. Oh, looks like David's ready. So let's motor on over to the boat ramp. Let's pull this in. Let's make our way over there. Our passengers are arriving.
That's really bad. GoPros. That's really bad, guys.
You ready?
That's bad.
Baby girl.
Hey, give me your seat. Give me your hat. Hey, get on there.
I didn't hear anyone ask permission to come aboard, Captain. Goodness. What are you teaching these kids? Oh, that's right. Air Force.
Come down.
You don't do anything with the Navy.
We don't do boats.
You don't do boats. Found ourselves a lure right there.
It's not hot, baby.
Can I have it?
It's a little crankbait.
Can I have it?
Let's rescue this little lure right here. Oop. Hold my pole. Yeah, I know we're in shallow water. I put us here on purpose. Oh, all right. Oh, his hook's all bent up. Put that back in there. Ooh, a little spider. His hook's all bent up.
Probably fix it.
Maybe.
Probably happening when the flood was going on.
Let's get this loose here. Oop. It's still a little sharp, so watch out. Hey, look, it's like 2/3 of a treble hook. Free lure.
That's a good crankbait.
Yeah, it's a decent one. All right, here you go. Whoever wants it can have it.
I want it. Thanks.
Give me my pole.
You
I have to
can't
turn
have
us around.
anything with treble hooks, no.
This looks like a nice spot to eat lunch.
You can't fit.
Hide in the shade. It also looks like a good spot to catch fish. So when fishing doesn't go so well, at least in the summertime, you can always find yourself an island and do a little bit of swimming. But since there are no women on this adventure, no moms, it's just dads, we forgot towels. So I guess everyone's air drying. But at least I remembered to have the boys wear swim trunks. Tyler sounds like he's having a fun time. Get away from the chaos for a moment. See this little tree over here and think to myself, this might have some bass in it, but it may not. I know the shoreline's a steep drop off, so. Ooh. Got a little bit of wind to account for. That's if there's any fish in a square mile of here, considering these guys are just partying on out there. Whoa! Almost snagged me a big old tree bass. I figure I'll throw a couple cast out. Then I'll return to save David from the monstrosity that is my children. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm not going to catch anything here. Water's a little rough. Yep, probably nothing. I guess I'll just go back over to the chaos. One of the benefits of having this particular boat, being able to get into some pretty shallow water. We're not in too terribly shallow water, like 3 feet.
Hey, no more.
Ooh. We're basically in kind of marshlands right now.
Anybody with that, all right?
We're gonna get in real deep, like see if we can't find some Some fish hiding in this marsh. We're gonna go into the trees. Oh, watch the poles. Oh, watch the trolling motor. Just a small collision. That's what happens when you're too busy staring at your poles. This looks like a good spot. Lots of brush. And got a fair amount of shade as well. Are you getting your hair in your face, little baby girl? Here. There you go. You are coated in sunscreen. Bubba?
Yeah.
Tree bass. It's a big tree bass. Probably a tree pounder.
Tree pounder?
Oh, it spit the hook. Oh, too bad. Well, there it goes. At least we found ourselves a shaded spot to fish. Some nice ranger panties. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Don't be playing with that.
The man bun? What are you whining about?
You don't need a stick. No.
Just to eat it. Like a normal human being. Ava hadn't even had a nap. Hey, little girl, are you tired? You're not even tired, huh? You got crazy hair though.
Hello, Daddy. Look at me, Daddy.
Everything away. Oh no.
Hold on, baby. Water. Hot dogs. You didn't eat your hot dogs, baby.
And this is what a day on the lake will do to a bunch of young children's. Hey, look, that one's awake. Hey, we're home. Was that a good day? Even though we caught absolutely nothing. You look tired. Are you gonna make it inside?